I got a gram of oil and no one watching me. What if I ate the whole thing live on Facebook? What would happen? Would that be funny if I ate a whole gram of FECO? Yeah. I'd be live for like 14 hours, face down, live. Like, don't do that. Don't eat a whole gram of FECO oil if you don't know what the hell you're doing and you don't know what you have. And definitely don't do it if you're going to go in your car. Okay, don't do that. So this last week, I had more than one client overdose themselves, get too much THC from FECO. So even though I have to go over this and over it and over it, I wanted to do it live because I know a lot of people in the cannabis industry and people who like cannabis are watching, and I kind of want to explain what exactly a gram of oil is, like what that means when someone says, oh, you need to take a gram of FECO oil to heal cancer. Okay, well, I don't believe that's true. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's true, and I'm going to tell you how much I think that you should take. This is a gram. Not every gram is created equal. So, understand and know that. So, depending on what the product is being made with and who's making it, it's going to depend a lot on the quality and the milligrams in the gram, right? So if you've got a gram that's 20 milligrams THC and, 10 milligrams CBD and you eat the whole gram, you're cool, right? But if you have a gram from somebody else, like me, and it's got 780 milligrams or 820 milligrams of THC in it, and you eat the entire thing, you're not going anywhere for a while. And more than likely, you're going to be throwing up. So do you really need to take an entire gram of oil every day to cure cancer? I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows that. I think that everybody has an opinion on that, but doesn't really know that, because I've been treating people with this substance since 2005, and I've seen people do incredibly well on a microdose, which looks like that. Can you see that? And that's going to get your ass plenty high. So I think that it's the amount of milligrams that really address cancer as opposed to the gram that does it. And in my experience, I don't want to eat this. I'd say, and you can always, if you get too much and you don't want to put it in your mouth, you can always put it on your skin. Your skin is absorptive. It will come into you. It will just be slow. It just takes a little while to do that. Much less than when you break the blood-brain barrier and eat it and break it up in your saliva. So anyways, in my experience teaches me that somewhere between 150 and 300 milligrams of THC seem to really address cancer. So in my gram that I have right here, which isn't full, all right, there's 10 tenths in a gram. You see those numbers? Can you guys all see them? So a tenth is the numbers between the lines, like that number and that number, that's a tenth of a gram. So that's pretty much, this gram right here, when it was tested, was 730 milligrams of THC. Okay, so I did some math for you guys because I want you to figure this out, all right? Like, well, what does it mean? How do I get to 300 milligrams if there's 750 or 30 milligrams in that gram? And what exactly is a microdose? How much am I taking when I microdose? Like, these are questions that I get asked repetitively, which is why I'm going live and hopefully gonna, just put this around there, because people really need to know these things. And I say them 10 times a day. So we're gonna do some math, okay? So when you're doing a tenth of a gram, this is how you do the math. Now, every math teacher I've ever had in my life is dying right now. So there's 730 milligrams of THC in the gram, all right? And there's 10 tenths, right? Because there's 10 doses in 1 gram, the number 10. So if you divide 10 into 730, you're gonna get 73. So a tenth of a gram is going to be 73 milligrams, all right? And if you're working your way up to 300 milligrams and a tenth is 73, don't make me do math because my phone is recording this video. That's going to be about 2.5, right? Because 75 and 75 is, what is it? 150, right? So you would need 4. So a half a gram A half a gram would be around 300 milligrams. And that is plenty of medicine orally to take for any human being. Now, I have had clients who have been, arguing with brain cancer for many years and living and thriving with cannabis oils, using high CBD, high THC, balancing them together, more of one, less of the other, going back and forth. Because remember, cannabis is homeopathy and it is individual to the person. So this is not a pharmaceutical product. And even if a pharmaceutical company made it and they made it from a full spectrum plant, it would still behave in your body like homeopathy. So every single person is just a little different, right? So 1/10 of a gram for me might be no big deal, but 1/10 of a gram for lady over here or dude over here might knock them on their ass for the next 4 or 5 days, make them throw up, give them diarrhea, and absolutely make them hate cannabis oil, right? So we want to avoid all of that when we're working with this substance. And understanding what you have in that gram is the best way to do that. So remember, there's 10/10 in 1 full gram, okay? And you take the milligrams. This is why it's so important. Listen, people, I can't push this one enough, okay? If you are using cannabis to treat yourself, to argue cancer or any other life debilitating issue, and you are working with a product that isn't tested, then you have no idea what you are treating yourself with. And that's just science. That's not ego. That's not like, oh my God, don't buy those people oil. They didn't test it. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to know what you have in order to treat yourself. So this is where, one of the components that's so important about testing, because it gives us an understanding of the cannabinoid profile. And once the plant is deduced down to this, it doesn't matter so much if it's indica or sativa. It matters what its composition is, okay? And when I say composition, what I mean is the cannabinoid profile of the plant. So is it high in CBN? Is it high in THC? Is it high in CBD? Where's the CBG? Blah, 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 blah. You don't need to know any of that as the consumer. You just need to know how much is in your gram, how you're going to dose yourself, and what exactly it means, okay? So I want to show you a microdose. Again, because nobody gets this right, okay? I have so many people. That is a microdose, you see? And if you can't handle it, you can rub it on your lip, okay? Because then you're gonna lick it and stuff, and then it's gonna, be better, and you're not gonna get stark rig and high, terribly high. And if you do get terribly high, enjoy it. Just enjoy it, okay? It's your brain. It's opening up. It's flushing your neural pathways. How awesome is that? It's like your brain and your whole entire neurological system gets to have a big poo, all right? And that's why, it warms your body up. That's why your heart rate can go up. And, but you're not going to die. No one's ever died from it. So the key is to breathe into it and enjoy that flush of DMT that's coming through your brain, that's helping you heal yourself by expanding your consciousness. But that's another video. Okay, so I just really wanted to show the microdose and the gram and get people away from talking about, you got to take a gram a day. Now, I love Rick Simpson, and he is one of my, greatest teachers, and I'm really, really fortunate that I got in here at the beginning, before he was inundated, where now he says, please don't use my name. All right. And he gave us a lot of knowledge and he opened a lot of doors for us, but we have progressed in science exponentially. So the gram a day, the high THC, those are false right now. We've learned over the last 10 years that it's the entire cannabinoid profile in the gram, not just the THC. There's so much going on in cannabis. There's 32 CBD molecules and 2 THC molecules. And the way that they're extracted and pulled together and compiled, it does different things for different people. And that's pretty gosh darn exciting. I've been extracting a lot of plants for a long time, and this is the only one that can do that. No other plant can really do that. So let's enjoy that. Let's enjoy the opening up. that we're having in our country, something good, you know, for us to be able to treat ourselves with a plant-based medicine, finally. Yay. Okay, that's a good thing we can think about. If you can, make your own medicine. I'm a real believer in making your own stuff, because when you make your own product, you put yourself into it. So just by that, remove all doubt that you're not going to do it better or as good, or if you made it, it's not good. That's not true, because you're focusing your intent and your wellness and your healing into what you're making. And I can't make something that powerful for you, no matter how clear I set my intent to help you, because I'm not you. Only you can do that for yourself. So if it's possible, even if you do it in, an ounce, ounce at a time, and you're making 3 to 5 grams for yourself, you're giving yourself enough medicine, and then, oh, but Robin, I live in a state where I can't test it. Then what do I do? All right. So at that point, you know what you're doing with yourself, and you're guesstimating, but you're, again, using your own energy and your own vibe and your own power, and you're making it more powerful that way. So honor that knowledge that you carry in your body. And if you're going to go outside and buy it, okay, then for sure, absolutely, without doubt, if you were buying this product from a professional, there must be a lab result on it. There must be. It just has to be that way. That way, you know, because they're not that interested in your wellness. They're more interested in your money. All right, so that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I really appreciate you all listening to me, and please share this, share this, let people know, 1 gram, not all grams are created equal. It's a milligram that we're looking for. Between 150 and 300 is a great start for combating cancer. Use tested medicine, and always trust yourself more than you trust anyone else. Because if you trust yourself to know, have faith in other people, but trust yourself to know. Okay? Have an excellent day. Thank you.